So our school has really started from looking at the data and what our kids need and what our staff need, and build up teams from our staff and building up our staff to meet those needs. So innovation in the areas of math, literacy, trauma, and equity, and building teams. And then the resources within our teams are our staff doing research, our staff presenting professional developments around the things that our staff needs to meet needs around literacy, equity, trauma, and math. We have staff meeting times, and every team has a Monday of the month set aside for that. So the lit team has one Monday of the month, the equity team has one Monday. And so after doing our research, we do a quick 30-minute professional development time where we interact with the staff on here's what we learned, here's how this can look in classrooms.
So we're trying to change the whole system at Sojourner Truth. So we're not looking at one specific teacher and saying this teacher's not doing A, B, or C. We're looking at the system and saying, okay, 80% of our teachers are doing A, B, and C, 20% are not. What are we not doing? What do we need to do for professional development or coaching or mentoring to get those teachers to come over to that full implementation?
Well, I think some of that comes into play that I'm like a fellow teacher, and I'm very real with them, and I'm like, yeah, I've failed at this too, or, you know, I struggled with this and here's how I accomplished it or whatever. And also just the fact that I'm a peer and not an admin. You know, like I'm not scoring you and judging you. This isn't a I got you game. This is just, let's go in and give you some advice to help you out type of thing.
The staff is very caring. The staff, they will not stop until they see you in a better mood and going forward.
When I think about this, I really think that because we've turned the power over to the staff, and it's not just the teachers, like it's the support staff as well, which I think is super powerful too. They bring a different lens than maybe a licensed teacher would.
Mainly with the kids, man. It shows up in their work, it shows up how they speak to each other when they're working, it shows up not necessarily things that they can get graded on the test about, but you know, like in their discourse that they have, you know, even when they go to help another scholar, you know, learning from peer to peer. So little things like that is what I've noticed a tremendous change in.
A peer comes up and is teaching me something and is able to say, this worked in the classroom or this didn't, this is what I did and this is where I failed and this is how I fixed it. And so it's always really great and more meaningful. A peer is coming up and saying, this is what we're doing and this is how it worked.
All the changes I've seen are more communication, really building the confidence of scholars, greeting them in the morning and when they come in means a lot to really identify things that, it gives an opportunity for them to identify things right away.
I can't imagine that the staff would let it go back. They stay because they can have that power to make changes for the kids in their very own classrooms.